going on, everyone? J Pin here with
Jermain.
Alright, so we're going to talk about today what we're expecting to see at, I guess, Avengers 4, we'll say. Just kind of keeping it small. So, warnings, if you didn't see Infinity War, go see that first, unless you really don't care, but then while you're watching this video, not the point. So yeah, go watch Infinity War. We're going to go through spoilers, we're going to talk about the movie, and kind of like what we could get from that, seeing what's going on to the Avengers 4. Also, an interesting note to point out is that in between these two movies, there are two other Marvel movies that they're going to show.
Yep.
Which is Ant-Man and Wasp and Captain Marvel. Both movies take place before Infinity War. So before Avengers 3, so you know, there isn't going to be like kind of anything kind of sprinkled in that'll like affect going on or move the story in that sense.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see what happens at that point, but just wanted to note that. So, first things first, what do you think is going to happen in Avengers 4?
Man, it's just such a tough thing because, like, the way how things are going right now, I mean, obviously, if you've already seen the movie, you already know they're gonna try to fix what the hell happened. You know, like, you already know.
Everyone's dead.
Exactly.
Or half the population's dead, yeah.
Thanos is on some fucking other planet in a farm.
Farming away.
Which, I might add, is very interesting because that's how it ended that way in the comics.
Infinity Gauntlet, yes.
Yeah, in the very, very end. He was just on a farm. He was like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. But in this, they took that and, like, decided to make that as, like, a feeling of regret, I guess?
Yeah, let's say regret, kind of like trying to take everything in of what just happened.
Yeah.
Nice quiet place, so you could actually do that.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that they, that Thanos, I think, mentioned it's going along, like, somewhere kind of beginning, middle of the story. It's like, I think it was a good... Someone asked him, what are you going to do after? I was like, I'm just going to be in a farm. Because I just have the gauntlet.
He actually said that?
I want to say yes, or he's just going to be away.
Because that was kind of, like, out of the random for the whole movie. But yeah, you know, and, yeah, they're going to try to find out what the hell's going on. They're going to try to fix what's happening. I guess Miss Marvel...
Yeah,
has something serious to do with that whole entire, like, movie that's going to happen. She's going to be a big part in that. And I honestly feel like, because if you've been paying attention to the things that were said and the way how things were done, Doctor Strange, he has something that has to definitely do with that movie, and possibly Loki.
Okay, so we both... Loki, Doctor Strange. We'll talk about Doctor Strange. So... we talked about it beforehand, but so do you think that this is his one, like, possibility of how this all gonna work out, right?
I think so, for sure.
I totally agree with that too, because like in the beginning of the movie, he's like, if it's between like Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the Time Stone, I'm gonna pick the Time Stone. I'll save those and let you two die. And I think this is the only way, kind of, that's possible.
Yeah.
I think I had said, I think I remember hearing somewhere that kind of Thanos kind of orchestrates his own downfall a lot of the times. So I think one of the only ways for him to downfall in this situation also, like, includes him getting his way. Because I would assume Doctor Strange foresaw him getting the other stone and then just snapping everyone away. So I would assume he like knew all that was going to happen, and with him having the stones, like, he knew he was going to orchestrate his own downfall.
Exactly.
Which, for sure, I think is what will happen.
Yeah.
Also, the very beginning of the movie, we see Thanos kicking ass, and one of the bodies that included that, what might have included that would be Loki. So, do you think Loki's alive?
Yeah. I kind of, half of me says yes, half of me says no, because you already know, a lot of people already know, he's a trickster god. Like, he's fooled and faked people to think, like, he's faked his death and made people think that he was dead. He was never really dead at all. So for all we know, he's probably still alive, and he probably also might return in the movie, because he's probably just never been killed at all. He probably made Thanos think he was dead. You know?
I agree, where I feel... I don't think so. This death is written 100% on paper yet. I've told you that I think that it's more that it'll be more kind of like the direction of what they want to do with the feature films.
Yeah.
Where since Loki has like quote unquote escaped death or faked his death like this, that once again he could just like come back at any moment. I think it'll be more up for the next set of directors that take on a Marvel movie and be like, should we put Loki here?
Exactly.
Do we have enough money to get Loki again? Type thing. So like,
yeah.
It could be a thing like, oh, it'd be cool to put Loki, but if he's asking too much, it's just like, no, let's keep him dead.
Yeah.
I think that will be a trend.
Yeah, because like I don't know, I feel like he kind of died too sudden. That was like the first death in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it kind of felt a little bit too easy.
Yeah, I think also it was to show that Thanos meant like he means serious business in this.
Yeah. He's
not gonna just be some random pushover villain that we. I don't want to say that we got the vibe from the other villains around the Marvel universe, but it's like this is the first guy that just came in just fucked up the strongest Avengers that you knew, and I think
fucking Hulk slapped him around like
nothing like that. Like I think that Loki dying and Hulk being dismantled like that would have proved to the audience that this guy means business.
Yeah.
Though I don't think so. The Loki one fell through so much because everyone's like, "Is he alive? Is he dead?"
Yeah.
But the kicking Hulk's ass, that one really pointed out. I would assume at the end of Banner's gonna try to struggle to resummon the Hulk somehow in Avengers 4, and he might pop. I figure he's gonna pop up at the end, but I could see that struggle still going on here and there.
Yeah, because he doesn't even want to fight anymore.
No,
I feel like he just got his ass kicked so much that he's just like, no,
nope,
I don't want any part of this shit this time.
I figured he was gonna show up at the end, like I didn't think the end was gonna. That was gonna happen. That the snap was gonna happen. I thought that I was hoping that they were going to force all 6 gems to be revealed right away, or for Thanos to get it. Because I'm like, oh, it's going to take too much of the movie, but surprisingly, it didn't.
Yeah,
They did. That was done really well. But now, one thing I'm kind of scared of is like what's going to happen in Avengers 4, because it's going to be weird. Of course, they're going to search for Thanos.
Of course,
Thanos,
for sure.
Thanos doesn't have like his main henchman crew anymore. So
yeah,
it's like,
true.
who do they fight to kind of get to that way? And it's the thing of, oh, we found Thanos, let's fight him. And he's kind of like heartbroken. He's sore. He's in sorrow. Part of him is in sorrow because he gave up the only thing he truly loved, Gamora. And you know, we see it's not a thing that like, oh, he's faking that. It's like, no, like that's how he got the soul gem. Like he needed to sacrifice something he loved. If he didn't sacrifice something he loved, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, he's so different from how he is in the comics. In the comics, he's an asshole. Well, before, because there's
he's an asshole in love.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. There's different writers that portray him in slightly different ways from each other. But in the comics, he's mainly a dick. He just wants to kill everybody just so he could fucking quell his boner with friggin' death.
Yeah.
But in the he's more than just like a one. I don't want to say one-dimensional, because I don't think he's truly one-dimensional in the comics. They make him have more sides to himself, to his personality.
Mm-hmm.
He feels regret. He has a very warped perception of how life is supposed to be. In a way, he's a hero from his perspective.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Like
he's not. Yeah. Like he's not doing everything to better himself. He's like in this journey to make the universe better, or so he believes.
Yeah.
So
psychotically.
Yeah, psychotically. And it's a thing everyone says, like, Thanos is more relatable here, like, than most a lot of the villains. That's why people feel for him so much.
Exactly.
So yeah, do you think Gamora's gonna come back, or do you think she's actually dead?
Now, there's actually a very interesting theory.
Actually, let's let me go back.
Yeah.
So we see half the universe kind of like wiped out. Do we think that they are dead, or do you think they're actually all dead, or do you think this is all gonna get reverted?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be reverted.
100% agree. Yes.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense either way.
Yeah.
Just like earlier, we were talking about how if somehow they manage to revert the damage done, what if things are not exactly quite the same? Because you know, like how you were saying how Fox...
Oh, yeah, like,
yeah.
I have this theory where, you know, kind of, the universe could get merged and stuff like that, but if you know, something happens at the end, and people do come back, but, you know, there's kind of an altering in the universe. Talk about that in a bit, but yeah, like, I think all the people are going to come back that got faded away.
Yeah.
But now, since that's the case, that wasn't how Gamora died. That wasn't how Vision died. That wasn't how, quote, Loki died, neither. Do we think that they could also come back from that way? Or is it a thing that they're gone, or they could get revived some other way?
With Vision, it's kind of tough. Because Vision is not alive. Technically,
yeah,
he's not alive. If anything, Tony could repair him, but give him like a different source of his power.
Yeah, it's possible to come back. Like, we know that it's possible for him to live without the soul gem. Though we don't know like how much damage he did take. Of course, I think if he really wanted to come back, it's like, or it wouldn't be that hard to bring him back. Gamora, though, as you were saying, there was a theory. What's the theory?
Yeah, so apparently there's a theory that Gamora is alive inside of the soul gem.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think she could come back. Though I kind of second guessed that because I was thinking like, oh, how would the Guardians be without Gamora? That'd be weird. But we do have. There've been kind of like talks of like, oh, the next Guardian is going to be so different. So I'm like, what could that mean?
Yeah, if anything, those other movies could probably take place after, right? Like, because I mean,
no. Well, oh, you mean like
after the universe has been fixed?
Yes. It's only these two that we know that are taking place in the past, and there are still other movies that's lined up. Oh, so of course there's a new Spider-Man coming on the way.
Oh yeah.
So we assume Spider-Man's gonna come back to life somehow. So there's a new Doctor Strange movie that they said. So these characters that got faded away, we assume are gonna come back. But you know, it's cool because we're just like, are they actually gonna come back, or are just new people gonna take those mantles, stuff like that?
Yeah. If anything, though, I really do feel like, what's her name? Nebula. Because you know how Nebula, she had like a big part to play in the comics. How she managed to get the gauntlet away because he became a god once he just like defeated every single day.
Yeah, and just let his guard down.
That shit was so sick. If something similar to that happens, which I have a feeling that they might do,
yeah,
I feel like Nebula might have a chance, and
to
also
grab the gauntlet and
exactly.
do something. I agree,
because like he could use that. Like if anything, you know, Nebula being, you know, Thanos' daughter also, like he could use that.
Daughter, yes.
Yeah, he could use that as like she could use that as like a way to, I don't know, be like, oh, would you lose me as your only daughter as well? Or some shit like that.
Yeah,
and fucking try to,
that.
like, you know, get his guard down. And give him a hug and just fucking take that shit off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, she might have an important part to play in that movie, too. Because you don't see her anymore after that one scene, right?
No, she comes back and fights him.
Oh.
Remember? There's just a random ship that crashes in. She does that a lot, huh? And then Guardians 2 also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... And then we touched upon this, but I personally have a theory that there could be like a kind of restart of the universe. It wouldn't surprise me in the sense that like at the end maybe of Infinity War, there's like something happens with they get the gems again and they try to revive everyone.
Yeah.
But like as you were kind of saying, it could be a thing where it just kind of instead just restarts the universe and yeah, just like new stuff kind of happens, new universe gets mixed in. Like Disney just acquired Fox, and I would assume they would want to kind of merge the X-Men universe with that, other than maybe just starting off a new universe.
Yeah, that'd be a really clever way to do it too.
It would, if they want to continue some stuff, like if Hugh Jackman wants to come back and play Wolverine for maybe one more movie.
Please,
one movie, come to come back, like that would be a way to do it. And kind of like depends on what their plan is, because they could easily just start off their own new X-Men universe, kind of how they did with Spider-Man, just threw away the Amazing Spider-Man. It's like, okay, let's just redo Spider-Man.
Exactly.
So that could be also an interesting possibility. A kind of boring possibility that I could also see them doing is that they get the Gauntlet and they kind of just revert everything back in time, and then just like, oh yeah, none of that happened. Lols, just like, oh, that's a really crappy way to do it. But
it'd be kind of lackluster. It'd be like, okay, we saw that coming. What are you doing different? Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I do like that idea though.
Yeah. Oh, the restart of the universe.
Yes, the restart of the universe and the merge of the universe together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then one thing, I think there's one more thing, but like, it's this. Going into this movie, I thought either Iron Man or Captain America was gonna die. Mm-hmm. So maybe one of them dies trying to like grab the gauntlet, like, we have to restore everything, but I'm not powerful enough because I'm a human, and let me sacrifice myself. Or maybe either or does that, or maybe they both do it and they both sacrifice themselves.
Yeah.
That'll be kind of like.
I thought Iron Man was gonna die though.
Oh yeah, I thought he was gonna die before stepping into the theater.
Yeah.
And then it was like interesting that they teased that, and I bet you they thought people were thinking the same thing too. That's why they kind of teased the thing of Iron Man dying. Mm-hmm. And now that now that I look back in Avengers 1, I thought he was gonna die there too. But what it was, a friend actually fake spoiled the movie, and he's like, Iron Man's gonna die. It was like a friend of mine told me he dies in this movie. I'm like, no, fuck you. Like not listening. Keeps on going. Iron Man dies. It did add like a cool element to that, where like you see him falling and he's just like unconscious on the floor. Like, crap, he is dead. Like, this dude was right. Fuck. But it's like, nope, he's alive. Yeah. Anything else you want to add? Maybe we could see. All right.
Oh no. I would kind of like. I don't think they're gonna do this because of the tone of the movies. But
just go.
It would be cool if. What's his name? Eternity?
Sounds so familiar, but continue.
It's the guy in the comics. He's in a lot of the Doctor Strange comics.
Okay.
Eternity's like, he's like the essence of the galaxy.
Alright.
Yeah, like he's a thing that talks to them.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be kind of cool if like something like that happened where like in the Infinity Gauntlet comic, some of the gods get pissed that like, Thanos is fucking with the universe.
Yeah.
That would be kind of interesting.
Like, just see like these random like forces just going after him.
Yeah.
That we know that kind of should exist in the Marvel Universe, where we haven't like really seen them really.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting, but it's just because the way the tone of the movies are.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
Kind of slightly wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
That's why.
Like a lot of things they didn't introduce, like if you just see Infinity War by itself and then see the other ones, you're like, what the hell's going on? But like,
yeah, most
of the stuff coming in has been built up for a while now, so yeah, it'll be tough for them to do that. Though they did just include the Watchers and
they did. When?
This was Guardians too.
Oh shit!
But it was like a super like small cameo with Stan Lee. That was basically it. But it was funny, but like it wasn't a thing that they super explained. It was just like, oh, there they are. Same thing with like Howard the Duck and like Guardians 1. Yeah. Kind of in that sense. Yeah, also, I think that's it. Yeah. So, a lot of possibilities that we can see. My main worry is that I hope it just, like, it's not a thing like, we must find Thanos, and they spend 2 hours at it, and then they find him, and then they fight for 20 minutes. It's just I wonder how they're going to fill up all that movie time.
I know.
That was my main thing. But they haven't let us down so far with this, so.
Yeah, the directors have been doing a really good job. I hope they come back. I hope they stay.
Yeah, hopefully. Alright, bye you guys. Peace.